everybody. I'm Larry Ridley, and this is the NFL on EA Sports. Two teams will need their quarterbacks to step up and lead their offenses on the gridiron today. It's Brady's Patriots going up against Rodgers' Packers. So with that, let's get up to Lambeau Field. Here are Brandon Guyton and Charles Davis.
Thank you very much, Larry. We are here on a beautiful afternoon for football. Straight ahead, we've got a good one on tap here between the New England Patriots and the Green Bay Packers. And he will score. Touchdown, Patriots.
That was a special return, and it happened because he's a special returner. He has to have that approval from his special teams coach's head coach to bring it out of the end zone.
But let's be honest, a lot of times when they bring it out of the end zone like he did there, they don't have approval. I mean, I think a lot of times they do, but correct me if I'm wrong. Sometimes it's just a guy getting a feel, right?
You're exactly right. What's the old adage? Sometimes you just have to know when to break the rules. And if you do, you're taking on some responsibility. But he was happy to do so there.
This will be taken to the back of the end zone. And he'll take it back to about the 19-yard line. They go play action here on first down. Now the pressure comes and he goes down. Just inside the 10, back at the 9.
Now we talk about players blitzing all the time. I often laugh and sometimes call it just straight ahead pursuit. What a running start right back to the backfield for him.
Yeah, it really didn't give anybody a chance to get up there and stop him.
No, I mean, that's really, really difficult. You're asking a whole lot anyway, but when he gets that kind of a start and comes through clean, oftentimes the advantage definitely goes to the defensive player.
They're calling a gain of 19, and it moves the chains. Fresh set of downs here. Rodgers now on first down. Caught by Nelson left side. It'll be a pickup of just 2, and that'll make it second down. And when this offense is clicking on all cylinders, the running back is in sync as well.
The focal point. Runs, catches, blocks, sets the tone for the offense.
319! 319!
Rodgers to throw on second down. He's going to air one out. A 50-50 ball here, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Logan Ryan. And they have the football and will set up shop at the 33-yard line.
This is such a good read defensively. They know that this offense is going to try to get the ball to their playmaker in space. So what do? They crowd him and send bodies at him. And this one winds up being intercepted.
They'll come out in the pistol. Now a first carry for LeGarrette Blount. He won't go down. And he's brought down after a good gain. It's a gain of 21 that time. And it'll give the Patriots a first down.
Sometimes those lines that are drawn on a grease board or in a playbook, they come to life out on the field, don't they? We just saw down that outside handoff to the right.
That right tackle, he gets excited for that call, doesn't he?
He does, because he just wants to dominate his guy and say, listen, I was the point of attack. I took care of business. That's why you're able to get downfield and add all those yards to your total.
Yeah, really nice gain there. And the Buffet boys, the O-line, hopefully they're ready today.
Listen, you got to feed them first. But if you do, you usually get a great product out on the field. And when they play well, the quarterback can't wait to feed them afterwards.
And he'll lose yardage on the play back at the 45-yard line. They lost 4 there, and it's third down.
Partner, that defensive win reminds me of something a coach of mine used to say all the time. If you really want it, you'll find a way to go get it. And the defense did exactly that.
It looks like the Packers have added an extra DB on third down. Now Brady, and now a fumble. Brady loses the football. So they escape, so to speak, maintaining the football. Defensively, though, opportunity miss.
It definitely was, because that's all defenses talk about. Getting the football and either advancing it the other way or just getting possession and turning it over to their offense. That can be a little bit deflating. You're exactly right. A lost opportunity.
Very a good return that time. 18 yards. And the Packers will have a short field to work with here as they take over 1st and 10. They'll run for the first time with Lacey. And he's brought down. They give him 13 yards there on the play and a fresh set of downs.
Absolutely love the run right there. This guy's known for his quickness, but also for his speed. He's able to get to the second level almost before you blink if you give him any type of blocking. Always talk about slot receivers. They're usually known as quicker than fast. In this case, we've got a guy who's quick and fast, and he used it to great advantage.
And they do stop him, but he takes it all the way to the 2.
Now that's the kind of run that fires up an entire team. Tackled at the 2-yard line. For the defensive guys, a little bit of a sigh of relief, though, that they stopped him short of the goal line. Now they got to figure out how to shore up the rest of the defense.
And the D-line pinching together must be expecting the run. They'll run it with Lacey. And this one will wind up with him losing yardage back to the 4-yard line. That's going to go as a loss of 2, and it'll be 2nd down.
So the myth has been shattered. Every cornerback in the league is not just a cover corner. Some of them will stick their nose in there and make plays exactly as we just saw there. A big loss suffered by the offense after that nice tackle.
With Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. Second quarter about to get underway with the Packers in possession of the football. And they'll come up looking to keep this drive moving. So backed up to the 6 now. 3rd and goal. Rodgers now on 3rd and goal. This will be caught at about the 6. Give him 2 yards on that play, and that will bring up an interesting decision here on 4th and goal. Now Mason Crosby for the Packers field goal try. From the left half, should be a fairly easy one here. And Crosby clicks it through, and they are on the board, but still trailing. It's 7-3. So give them 3 there. A good drive gets them inside the 5, but they couldn't punch it in.
And credit this defense, too. That was the old bend but don't break approach, but it kept the offense out of the end zone.
This is taken about 7 yards deep. Shrugs the tackle.
Nice.
And he will take it back only to about the 13-yard line here. The Patriots offense now, they work their way back onto the field. And a tight game after punting last time. See if they can get something going on this drive.
As they head to the field now, with the game this close, you got to feel there's a sense of urgency for them going on offense right now. But they have to do it without letting panic creep in and affect their play. That was a nice play by the defense, but the offense can't let that one play define them. Let it go, move on, and start over again.
Again, we'll see the pistol here. Ready to throw on 2nd down. And it's a short one here, complete to the tight end. It'll be a pickup of 12 yards. And that is going to set up a 3rd and 1. So still in search of the first down after that last completion. Ready to throw on 3rd and 1. And he will find his man. That's Hogan complete. Chris Hogan past the 20. And all the way in. Touchdown, New England. Chris Hogan, 78 yards. And the Patriots add 6 to their lead. Great corner route there. Not only able to catch it, turn it upfield, and get into the end zone.
It usually involves a little bit of an extra move, doesn't it? You've got to get them thinking that you're moving to the middle of the field and you're breaking away to that corner. Boy, that was well executed.
This is fielded a couple yards deep. And a good effort on the return there. Gets him across the 30 to the 33-yard line. And Green Bay getting ready to go as they take the field. And tough to win games if you're going field goal here. They got field goal last time. Now they'll be looking for a touchdown.
They're looking for the big chunk now because, as you noted, the field goal way of doing it makes it that much harder and puts more pressure on every possession for you now. Go ahead and get 6 and feel a lot more comfortable about the position they're in.
Bigger chunks. We'll see if they can get the score.
With the struggles we're seeing up front for the offense today, they've got to think about changing up their play calling. Some screens, some draws, some quick hitting plays in order to try and supplement the run game. You don't totally abandon it, but you try and give it a little bit of help.
It'll be a gain of 11. And just like that, it's 3rd down.
In today's NFL, when you get teams in long yardage situations with your defense, you're really going to go to your speed packages. You're going to get smaller, lighter guys on the field in order to cover the expected pass. So they might want to run the ball against a smaller, lighter lineup with your big guys, and that's exactly what happened on that play. It was tough on them, and now instead of being in third and very long, they ended up setting themselves up in third and manageable. They've got a chance at a first down.
And it's the offense staying on the field on fourth down. Here we go on fourth down with Rodgers. Out to his left. And some room to work. And he is out of bounds on the other side of midfield. That one good for 14 yards. And on fourth down, they're able to convert and move the sticks. So the offense has it first and 10. First and 10. Here's Rodgers. He completes it to Nelson. And the stop here will come at the 38-yard line. It's an 8-yard pickup, and it'll be a second down. Now Rodgers throwing on second down. 2 minutes to play here in the first half. We're back to Lambeau following these words. And here comes play number 6 on this drive. On third down, here's Lacy. And he's going to have the first down yardage to the 35. Give him 3 yards and a fresh set of downs.
It's nice every now and then in this game not to see people overthink it. Just hand it to the old reliable guy. Let him pick up the first down.
They stay on the ground on first down with Lacy. And he'll work his way inside the 30 now to the 28. 7 yards on the pickup there, and it'll leave him with a second and 3.
The defense has been on the field a long time now, and after a run like that, they've got to feel like they're almost on roller skates and getting pushed backwards on just about every snap.
And after the play on the ground, that brings up second down here. Now Rodgers will hand to Lacy. And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there. And they'll lose a yard that time, and that's going to lead to a third down.
It's not always as straight as that team wanted it more than the other, but on that play, it actually was true. They were faster to the ball.
This will be play number 9 of the drive here as they need 4 yards on third down. Throwing now is Rodgers. He's going to let it, looks for Nelson, and it's intercepted. Devin McCourty picks it off. Now the Patriot offense set to take over again. And they will simply, Charles, be looking to duplicate what they did last drive when they were able to push it in for 6.
And they hope it'll be that easy, right? To be able to take exactly what happened before, replicate it. They may have to make a few additional changes along the way because I'm sure the defense will make some adjustments, but they've got to have great confidence having scored the last time out.
Another pistol look here. So after the INT, it's Brady. And he's got Edelman for the first time. That's complete. They'll get 17 yards there. And it gives the Pats a first down. They come up in an offset eye. Now a play fake here on first down. Looking for his tight end on the corner. It's complete. It's a 9-yard pickup on the play, and it'll be second and about a yard to go for the first. Quarterback and receiver on the same page, and they beat the man coverage.
Sometimes you get too aggressive as a defense. You go into man coverage. That means you've got to win to the line of scrimmage yourself. On that play, the offense did.
Now Brady throwing over the middle, and it's incomplete. Gronkowski again, he was the intended target, and that'll bring up a 3rd and 1. So incomplete on second down. Now they'll look to convert here on third. Brady going to try and throw on third down. And he'll have his man. That's Edelman. And he takes this one down all the way near the 30. And they're able to convert on third with a solid gain of 23.
don't care how many times we see it. I still get a kick out of watching quarterbacks and receivers do the pass tree in pregame warm-up. But I always remember that when we go to practices, we see that
Into a double team, and it's intercepted. Picked off by the former first-round pick, Demarius Randall. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. Now trotting out there, the Packers getting ready to go. And the ball backed way up, so thinking with this amount of time on the clock, probably just sit on it, and we'll see these two teams go to the lockers.
Yeah, I don't think you want to overthink it in this situation. Either side of the ball. Just go ahead and finish up the half and get on out and talk about it. Well, partner, I guess that answers the question about whether they're going to sit on it or not.
It does. Now we'll see if they try that again.
Yeah, I think what we find on plays like that, when you take that shot, if you're unsuccessful, then you go way more conservative to finish the half, you know? I think that's the way they'll go.
And Rodgers intercepted a third time. Picked off by Super Bowl 49 hero Malcolm Butler. So the Patriots coming out now. And from this spot in the field with the clock where it's at, you think we're just going to see a knee and that's it?
And I think in this situation, that's the proper play. But we do know there's some risk takers out there that may want to take one more shot before the clock runs out.
And he'll get this up past the 45 to the 47. So 2 quarters down, 2 remain. Charles and I return after the break. So both teams have their marching orders, and we'll get going again here in quarter number 3. This will be fielded on the back line of the end zone. And he'll take this up past the 20 and down at the 22-yard line. And Green Bay getting ready to go as they take the field. They have the ball here for the inaugural drive of the second half. Pretty big deficit, though. We'll see what adjustments were made in that locker room.
And I never wanted to make something more important than it actually is, right? I don't want to create more hype than what is there. But this is
I'm
doing it, though. This is a really important drive. And we often talk about teams scripting plays to start a game. A lot of them script to start the second half, too. And they're scripting something that they expect to get them into the end zone and back into this game.
We'll see if that script is a good one for them. And Charles looking around the league, some movement, as there always is in the final week of the preseason going into the regular season. Mark Sanchez gets cut, finds a home in Dallas, though.
And quickly, because the Cowboys wanted to have a veteran backup as insurance with Dak Prescott taking over the team while Tony Romo rehabilitates his injury. But how about some of the other moves that are out there? Justin Hunter, a former second-round pick of the Tennessee Titans, he ends up landing in Miami after getting cut by Tennessee. And boy, oh boy, D. Milliner, a first-round pick for the Jets, doesn't have a home yet. I better be careful. He might want my seat next to you.
He's going to sling this deep downfield. That's going to be knocked away and incomplete.
I like the boldness, and I like that they took a shot downfield, but it was well covered, and he was able to get a hand in and knock it away.
Here's Jones. Call that 49 yards on the punt. They do get 7 back on the return. And out will come the offense as they take over. Here comes the Patriots offensive unit. They'll have it first here to begin the third quarter. They have the lead here. Well, we talk a lot about pregame speeches. What are halftime speeches like?
For the most part, not nearly as emotional. They're a lot more clinical. Every now and then, though, they'll get after you if they think they need to light a fire. But in this case, let's go into the virtual locker room, because here's what I think happened. They got in there and they said, listen, let's take control right away. Defense, we got the lead. Defense, don't give up any points. Turn the ball back over to the offense and let them go down and score and give us more of a cushion in the game. Check so far. Defense shut them down. Let's see if the offense gets done.
Now Blunt. Room here to run. And he cuts it out to the sideline. And he takes it down deep into enemy territory. A big play there for New England. 52 yards. He had been held in check. Now he breaks that big run. Shows the explosiveness we all knew was there.
All right, tell the truth now. You knew it was just a matter of time, didn't you? We've seen this so many times from him. Hold him down, and then breaks out.
And he'll get blown up behind the line of of scrimmage, back at the 6. It's a loss of 2 there, bringing up second down.
The evolution of Clay Matthews as a player, it's just one that they're going to end up writing books about. He didn't even start until his senior year at USC. He didn't start in high school. And now he's at all-pro level in the NFL. How about the play he just made there?
Yeah, he has certainly made a name for himself. William Clay Matthews III. Brady now on 3rd and goal. And he couldn't hang on to it through the contact. Incomplete. Gostkowski now for the Pats field goal try. From the right hash, and this one just a chippy. And the 10-year vet knocks it through the goalpost, and they will stretch the lead now to 17-3. So put another 3 on the board, and all things considered, a good opening drive here to begin the 3rd quarter.
It sure was. I think as a head coach, you're happy to come out and put a little drive together, take the 3 points, and build on your lead.
And he'll be brought down at the 23, make it the 24-yard line. And Green Bay getting ready to go as they take the field. And on the last go-around, they really couldn't get anything going.
They had to punt from deep inside their own territory, which means you're going to lose the field position battle as a general rule. What they're looking for now is a little more consistency, move the ball at least a few times on offense, get a couple of first downs, and hopefully flip the field.
Yeah, just something to build off of. That's what they're looking for here. And, you know, one storyline that will be interesting to track, just switching gears here for a second while we have a moment, is 7 coaches with new teams this year in the NFL. See how that plays out as the regular season gets going.
And they got to their present assignment so many different ways. Chip Kelly getting a second opportunity in the NFL after Philadelphia. He's in San Francisco now. Ben McAdoo's offense was so good in New York, they retained him and moved him up after Tom Coughlin left. How about going to Cleveland? Hugh Jackson. He now gets to work with Robert Griffin III and try to resurrect the Browns. And Adam Gase, the quarterback whisperer, takes over in Miami with Ryan Tannehill.
It'll go as a gain of 10 there, and it'll give the Patriots a first down.
Another good run there, and now we're seeing an offense that's imposed its will on a defense. When we talk about that all the time, what does it really mean? It means that the guys on the offensive line, they feel like they can do whatever they want. They're in the huddle saying, run it again. Give us another chance to smack someone and create some space. On the defensive side of the ball, not only have they imposed their will against you, you're almost powerless to figure out what you're doing there, but you got to keep your spirit up at the same time, and they're taking that too.
See if they stay on the ground for second down. Brady to throw on second down. That is caught at the 7. And he's brought down. It's a nice pickup of 12 yards, and it gives him a 1st and goal.
As the field starts to get condensed, the defense likes that a lot because now you don't have as much space to cover, but a well-run corner route there.
Working from the gun, it's Brady. This will be caught at about the 5. And the stop will come inside the 5 at the 4. Call it a gain of 3. And that'll make it 2nd and goal. Trying to get one more in here before the quarter breaks. Back now at Lambeau. We get set for the 4th quarter. Patriots have the lead. They also have the football. Now a carry for Blount. And he's going to get this back to the 3-yard line and no further. Calling a gain of a yard as they get a little bit closer here. It's 3rd and goal. This is kind of one of those in-between plays here, Charles, on 3rd and goal from the 2 or the 3 in that area. What do you dial up?
Something quick hitting. You don't have the time for something to develop slowly. It's got to be right at them if you're going to run the football. And if you're going to throw it, something quick, get it out of your hands in a hurry.
So out comes the field goal team now for the 2nd time here today. This to make it a 3-score game late.
So many components go into a well-executed screen pass. You've got to sell. Offensive line's got to sell like they miss blocks and then they move out and they're out in front of the running back. He's got to sell that he's trying to block, and then he slips out into the route. The quarterback has to sell that maybe he's trying to throw it downfield. Instead, he slips it off to the running back, and when you get one set perfectly, you have to catch the ball. And that didn't happen on that play.
And Green Bay getting ready to go as they take the field. And following the interception, we'll see what they can put together on this drive.
I can hear my old college coach right now. He always used to tell us before every game, the team making the fewest mistakes will win. What they're hoping is that last mistake is their only one of the game.
Coaches, that's all they talk about, turnovers, right?
Minimizing those and maximizing opportunities. One thing I can say pretty safely, that route is not called if you don't have a guy who can throw the ball and put some mustard on it. Because if you're going to lollipop it in the middle of the field, bad things usually happen. It takes a strong-arm guy who can rifle it in there, and they were able to successfully complete that one.
So the incomplete pass brings up second down. One back is Lacey. Here's Rodgers to throw. And his throw's going to be incomplete. Jared Cook, the tight end, was the target. And it'll be 3rd and 10.
This has been a really nice day for the defense. They've made it so difficult to find open receivers because they're able to squeeze the passing lanes down. A lot of what they're doing is communicating. Receivers in one area, receivers in another area. They're almost what they call passing them off from one defender to the next, even in zone defenses, and making it very hard to find an open spot for the quarterback to deliver the ball.
Throwing on first down is Rodgers. He's going to leave this for his running back. It's complete. No gain on the play there. It'll be second down. They tried to swing it out left into the flat, but the defense, they were very principled there.
It felt very West Coast offense, didn't it? You know their expression, right? On a West Coast offense, when they throw the ball, it's either going to be a touchdown or a check down. Meaning they like to press it downfield. If they don't have it, swing it out, which is exactly what we saw there. But how about the great pursuit and tackle to make a nice play?
And here comes play number 6 on this drive. The pigskin on the 7-yard line now. It's 1st and goal. And the hole closes quickly here. He can fight only to about the 4. It'll be a 3-yard pickup, and it brings up 2nd and goal.
Eddie Lacy's build is one for goal line running. I know he's got a little more wiggle and shake than you expect, but this is what you count on, isn't it? Hand him the ball here and let him run over some people.
Lacy will try again. And he'll get it down close to the goal line, but not quite in. They get 3 yards closer, but still work to do. It's 3rd and goal. They gotta have 6 here. It's 3rd and goal. And they'll let the fullback try and take him home. That'll make it 4th down after a loss of 1.
Now this feels like old school football because this has turned into a good old-fashioned goal line stand. So on offense, what do you do now? Do you decide to run it or throw it if you go for it on 4th down?
And a field goal obviously means nothing here. They're going to go ahead and go for it on 4th down. Now Rodgers got to have this one. And this is incomplete. They're turned away on 4th and goal. And the Patriots get the football back. And the Patriots gearing up to go now. And they split the uprights last time for 3. They've got the lead. They're not going to play this conservative. They're not hoping for another field goal. They're hoping for a touchdown.
I'm with you on that one. I like where your head is. I like the way you're thinking because you're exactly right. Trying to sit on a lead and play that way, that doesn't work too well for most teams. Run your offense. Run what you do best. Exactly. Put it all the way down and try to increase your lead in a big way. And the best way to do it, touchdowns.
They'll throw again from their own end zone. And right side, caught Hogan. That one goes for 13 yards, and it moves. Little pass and catch there on the corner route.
Set up very well by the receiver with a head and shoulder fake inside before he comes back downhill to his quarterback.
Brady. It's a short one here, complete to his tight end. And he's taken down, but not before he gets this across the 25-yard line. Brady going to throw here. It's caught outright, Amendola. It'll be a gain of 8 yards, and it'll make it a 2nd down. 2nd down now after the pass completion. Blunt, the lone running back. Again, they'll throw with Brady. And it's a short one here, complete to the tight end. And he's brought down. It's a pickup of 16 there, and it'll lead to a new set of downs.
Brandon, with the way things are going with Tom Brady finding Gronk as many times as he has in this game, and the team is winning, I think at some point maybe even Brady will do the Gronk dance.
Well, if he does that Gronk dance, Davis, that means you have to do that Gronk dance.
Trust me, partner, no one wants to see me do the Gronk dance.
Your wife?
No one. Good throw, good catch, but I really like the route, the drag, and being able to run away from defenders. Hard to stick with them for that long.
Yeah, better against man than zone, or
better against man, because now you're running away from someone and you're not running into a defensive player in another zone. I'd have to say they're feeling like they are in rhythm right now. Things are in sync, aren't they? Team's winning, got a nice little margin on the scoreboard, completing some passes, and they just completed another one for a first down there to the tight end. When you see passes knocked down by those guys I call the frustrated fullbacks, the linebackers, you know that in their zone coverage, they were able to drop, see the ball thrown, and react to it very quickly.
And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete.
You ever notice that when Tom Brady does get hit and drop to the ground, there's some guys back to him pretty quickly to check on his health, aren't there?
That's exactly right. As much as he throws, doesn't take a lot of square shots, but took one there.
He's really smart in the pocket, isn't he? Even out of the pocket. He understands where the pressure is coming from. He senses people. You're exactly right. Doesn't take too many direct ones. But that one had to hurt.
The offense staying out there. They look prepared to go here on 4th and 10. Here's the battering ram Blunt. And he's going to be out of bounds down inside the 20 at the 15. 12 yards is the pickup there. And they're able to move the chains as they convert on 4th and long. And we're hitting the end of this one, and it looks to probably be the final play. They'll run again with Blunt. And he'll take this for a short gain on what will prove to be the final play of this ball game. All right, Charles, so you win the game. Not only do you get the W in the left-hand column,
they said I ain't gon' make it, they said I ain't good enough. They said I couldn't spit, man, they showed me no love. They claim that I ain't shit, they portray me as scrub. Words is harmless, critics, how could you a fool? They said I ain't gon' make it,